is what I've been doing. It was time to put the pipes on, and what I did is I deleted the mufflers and then added a little resonator just behind the white pipe there to keep it legal, and it doesn't really affect the sound now that much. It sounds fairly straight piped. It has a little bit more of a bark than it used to. So I left the old Y pipe on here, this kind of staggered setup. It's a bit annoying, and when I put battery boxes on here, I'm going to have to change all of that because the tanks will be moving back. But for now, it'll work. It's in good shape. It's a little bit old, but it is not rotted out at all. The exhaust on this truck had been done fairly soon before I bought it. So the flex pipe and everything was in great shape. It was still flexible. And this Y pipe is just made out of really heavy steel, all welded together. So I didn't have a reason to change that yet. So it'll wait. I don't really like it. It kind of looks crummy. But that'll all change someday. I was able to leave the original heat shields on, which was pretty much a must. I'm trying to keep this truck looking stock, which the miters that are on it now look a lot more stock than the curves would have. They're up at 13.4, which is, well, 13.6 is legal, but 13.4 is kind of what it worked out to. I had two 8-foot pipes, 8-foot straight pipes lying around that had gotten a bit rotten. So what I did is I took this piece, which is the bottom of the old pipe, and I cut it off. You can see there's a hole in there where it had blown out. But up here, it's still in great shape. It's just the bottom foot that kind of wore out on it. So I took 1.5 feet off, and then I used a joiner to join it to this bottom piece up to here. It's a 3-foot stub with a 5-inch ID diameter, so it could go over my elbows. And then I put a joiner in, clamped it down, and put the old pipe all the way up there. I had to polish out the old clamp marks because this is the setup. It has the two clamps here and here, and they were here and here on the old pipe, but I added, I guess, 1.5 feet to the overall length, so those marks were way high in the air, so I buffed them out. It's a little bit scratchy stainless, you really can't polish, but it was enough to get rid of all the rust marks just from the old clamping setup. This side's the same deal. This pipe's a little bit harder to work with because it's a bit longer, and you can see here it was rubbing the tank, so I've moved that up out of the way as much as I can. I would like if it was a little bit more, but again, that'll all be changed. So I can't run it on the road right now. My plate's just expired, so once I get a new sticker on and can run it, then we'll do some driving around, see how it sounds. I do have a bit of a clip just of revving it up in the yard, but can't really run jakes or anything like that. And I don't like flogging it just to hear the noise. It's not really nice on it. Plus, with the blower setup on here, if you just stomp on it, it puts a lot of stress on the blower drive, and you can snap the shaft, which is something I do not want to deal with. So you'll have to wait till I get some road footage on here. It would be nice to get some driving shots from the outside of the cab and actually make a real nice video, but still trying to figure out on how to do that, and either way I can't do it. So I've been working away, got the cab all cleaned up, looking good again. Give it a good vacuum and cleaned all the glass and cleaned up the dash. If I can find a flashlight here. I also got my mattress back here, and it's kind of messy right now, but mattress and pillows and everything in there, so that's done. And inside the cab, I put new screws in my shifter boot hold downs because they were getting pretty rusty. I know why it happened. I sprayed them too much when I was putting the carpet in, so they got wet and it sat like that for a long time. But it looks better now. I'm guessing these won't rust. And this dash is in pretty impressive shape for how old it is. There's a little bit of a cracking right in the back corner there by the windshield, but you really can't see that unless you crawl up there and look. So I'm pretty happy with everything in here again. One of my little hoods fell off there for the labels on the switches, but also I was having a bit of an issue. It wasn't charging. Now this truck has a 24 volt starter, which in order to run that, here in the old battery box, there's 4 batteries. 2 of them are on one line and 2 are on another. And when you hit the starter, it flips this switch there that all those wires are running into, which is called a series parallel switch, which basically instead of your batteries running in series, they're running parallel, which basically it turns the system into a 24 volt whenever it's cranking. So it wasn't charging, but I didn't want to do an alternator job on it, so I took all the connections off. There's quite a few connections in that box. I don't know, maybe about 10 or so. So I took those all off, cleaned them up, put contact cleaner on everything, and I did the same with the battery studs, and I did the same with the alternator. Took the lead off there and cleaned it all up, and it's charging again. So that was a relief. Just a bad connection. Nothing expensive in there yet. So that's good. Coming up, I'm gonna have to change some tires. They're getting pretty old. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I have a few tires lying around in good shape, or I could just put a set of matching rubber on. I mean, obviously the best idea would be to put all the matching rubber on, but I'm not sure if I want to do that right now. I have the steering box still has to get changed. It has a little bit of a wander in it, so that'll have to get done, and other things that are going to cost a little bit of money. So another thing I did is, I'm sure you guys know Twin Sticks, and he had sent some stickers to me. He was sending out stickers to people who've helped or worked and volunteered with COVID-19 stuff, and he had sent me a few. So what I'm doing is putting my stickers on these doors on this side and on the other side. So far I only have these 3 on. It was a little bit cold when I was doing this, so the stickers weren't holding that well, so I stopped. All these ones are fine. So I have the Clifford Truck Show sticker on here, and any other stickers that come across. I think I'll just put them on here, and any old school trucking related stickers. But that was really cool of him to send those stickers out to me, and I think I have a good use for them. So yeah, I'm still pretty happy with how this thing's coming along now, and I fixed my door hold here so this door doesn't go flying all the way open. I had pushed on this thing a bit too hard when I was pulling the interior out of the bunk, and the 2 screws popped out, but got that all fixed up nice. So here we are. I'm hoping soon I can get some driving videos, but this is how she looks now with the the high stacks, the high miters. I'll post some pictures on here too, so you can actually get a good look of how the truck looks. The GoPro here kind of does that fisheye thing, so it's hard to see, especially in a shop like this. So. Anyway, I wasn't able to do any exhaust work videos because it's such a dirty job, and it's not all that interesting. Just throwing the pipes together, and it went pretty smoothly. Didn't have to modify anything, like I said. 359, nothing actually mounts to the muffler like the newer ones do. It's all 5-inch clamps, so clamp it down here, clamp it twice at the top, and you're good to go. And it looks, with the heat shields in there, it looks like it's all stock, which is exactly what I want. So, well, thanks for listening to me ramble here, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in another video soon. I'm thinking I'm gonna go over and get the old cab over running, the 78 Freightliner there, and maybe clean it up, do a little bit of work on it, so it might be a bit of a different video. But maybe a nice change from the last couple, so it'll be fun to work on that old truck again. Thanks for watching.